very unsettling.
Look at this grave marker here.
Just very unsettling.
Just a simple wood plank. Obviously buried before this big tree grew.
God, the ground's soft beneath my
You're
feet.
on graves.
I'm feeling uncomfortable.
You want to walk back to the car?
Yeah. I mean, I go to graveyards all the time to do photo shoots, but I'm feeling uncomfortable because these poor people, their graves are just...
It's sad, but their souls aren't here. Just their bodies. And there's not much of that left now either. Return to the earth. It's a natural process. Doesn't bug me.
As you drive through the Evergreen Cemetery in Leadville, Colorado, you see a beautiful, well-kept cemetery. But towards the back of the cemetery, you will find over 1,400 forgotten Irishmen. The graves are deeply sunken because the original pine caskets have long since deteriorated. There are no headstones, just a few wooden markers and iron gates that surround some of the plots. Their stories and names have been lost to time. The area is referred to as the Catholic Pauper section. In this section, Dr. Walsh of CU Denver and others are in the process of building a memorial to those forgotten men, women, and children. We interviewed Dr. Walsh on our video podcast, The Strange. The link to that interview can be found in the description of this video. So come along with us as we take you to the Catholic Pauper section to pay our respects. So you see how bumpy this all is? Those are all graves, and the graves have sunken in, from the caskets sinking, and they probably had very, not very expensive caskets. If not, they might have even been just buried without a casket.
They implode.
So let's go take a look. So we're going to walk out and see if we can find these graves. I'm pretty sure I'm in the right place. Again, if you didn't check, if you didn't see, the interview that we did with the professor that has been studying these graves and the Irish immigrants here in Leadville, definitely check that out. He was very knowledgeable, and it's quite interesting about these graves, and they've been forgotten, and so he's trying to build a memorial to bring them back to life. It's kind of creepy. So we're here at 6 o'clock at night.
I'm not afraid. I'll sleep out here tonight, love.
Dare you.
I'll drink with me Irish brothers. Spirits like spirits. Come out here with a little Baileys or a Guinness, you could probably get a good conversation going.
So all this in here, you can see how, all this is sunken. There's you can see, especially right there next to that tree here, there's thousands and thousands of people, miners, that were all buried back in here. I mean, this side you see a lot of headstones, but they're sparse, and then they get more over here. And again, we're in the old Catholic section, but it's definitely quite...
These are real obvious.
These ones are obvious over here. Oh, yeah. Look at this wood headstone right here. Oh, bless their hearts. It just breaks my heart that my Irish brothers are... I don't know if you can see that, how sunken in that is. And there's wood there from where his headstone was.
Because that's a wood headstone there.
Yeah, I saw. All these are sunken in. Oh my God, there's just hundreds and hundreds. Look at all that back in there. It's all sunken in. Oh, it just breaks my heart. This is both Patrick and I's heritage. Look at this one right here.
Look at all
And
the
here,
graves through here, Nene.
just the shadows. You can see it by the shadows. Just one right after another. Rest in peace.
This one's about the size of a casket, where it would have imploded. Here's his marker.
There's markers right here. And it totally imploded. I'm like uncomfortable walking
Cheap
in
pine
here.
boxes, baby.
This is just very... I'm kind of speechless. Wow. So we think that we're entering what is called Babyland, where they buried all the babies. Do you see how small the graves are? Got all the wood here. That was probably a gate of wood that went around. So, yeah. Born and died the same year. It was 6 months. This is all Babyland.
The old wood headstones.
That one's like a crib.
Old wood headstones broken in here.
There's a lot of wood in here. Broken wood.
They're all headstones. Like
Look
that
at how
one.
small these little graves are. This is called Babyland. It's so sad.
Little grave.
God rest your souls. This is just breaking my heart. I can't get over, we're in such a heavy winter environment, how many wood headstones have survived. All those are wood headstones here in Babyland.
Look at that thing.
All these, they're all imploded. It's creepy. All this is imploded. Look at that, one after another.
Herman here died at the age of 5. Oh, wait a minute.
No, we're not as much in Babyland anymore.
Yeah.
Look at all these, just imploded.
Look how close they bury people together. 1, 2, 3. I'm sure there's another one right here. Probably standing on one. It probably goes right through. These trees weren't here.
No, these trees weren't here. Wow. Seems to go on quite a ways. Sorry, this is kind of choking me up. And it just gets worse and worse. Look at this, Patrick. It's almost like his grave was grave robbed.
Pretty near 3 feet of the 6 feet down, ain't it?
Yeah.
Look at this old wood headstone.
It's like making me feel really uncomfortable, and I go to graveyards a lot, and this has never made, I've never felt uncomfortable in a graveyard.
Georgiana Warner,
God, look how deep they are.
1884 to 1905. Well, rest in peace, dear. I always say that when I call somebody's name out at their grave.
Look at that.
Huh? Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, his wood headstone got broken off, and it's all sunken in.
Sure, many had wood markers.
Yeah, well, a lot of them were miners. They didn't have a lot of money.
Catholic Church probably paid to bury many of them. It's been forgotten.
Yes, all these lives are forgotten. Thank God they're building this memorial. This is just really If you're going to come here and visit these graves, come in as the sun's going down, because as you can see, it kind of highlights where they are. It's more back in there. It's all imploded. This is breaking my...
Look at this headstone. Iron.
Look at all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It just goes on and on.
Nicola. June 2nd, 1886 at the age of 26 or 28, I can't tell.
They're all imploded.